Easy to prepare, succulent and flavorful, these garlic shrimps are a perfect appetizer or entree that will be ready in less than 20 minutes. Hi, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. You're watching Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. And if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit on that bell icon, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And while you're at it, hit on that like button and leave me your comments below. In our last video, we took you to Lisbon, Portugal with us, where we showed you a sneak peek of us enjoy some lemon garlic butter shrimp. Let's check out the full taste test now. When we visited Pink Street in Lisbon, we went to a restaurant called Rio Grande for dinner and we ordered some garlic butter shrimps. They were so fresh and full of flavor that I knew I had to recreate them when I went back home. Now, don't those look delicious? I'm going to leave the link to our Lisbon trip below so you can check out the full video. Alright, now let's get started with this recipe. For this recipe, we're going to go in with 2 pounds of shrimp, which are the 1620, the pretty large ones. I've shelled them, but I've left the tail on. I de-veined them, washed them and pat dried them. And I placed them in a bowl, which is a souvenir from Portugal. I'm going to transfer them into a bigger bowl so it's easier to toss them around and season them well. To flavor the shrimps, we're going to go in with some dry seasoning. Of course, we're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're using the powder here because we don't want it to burn when the shrimps are cooking. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. This is going to give that lovely smoky taste and also add color to the shrimps. Let's give this a quick whisk so that they all blend together. We're just going to drizzle about a tablespoon of olive oil on the shrimp. This is going to help the seasoning to stick onto the shrimp. Now give it a quick mix. We're going to drizzle the seasoning onto the shrimp, and this seasoning is really going to add a lot of flavor to the shrimp. And we're going to season it with about a teaspoon of salt and about half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Now let's give these babies a mix so that they get well flavored. You really want to give this a good mix so that the shrimps get well coated with the seasoning. Now we're going to leave these aside. On a medium-high heat, we're going to heat up our skillet and add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now that the oil is nice and heated, we're going to sear the shrimp in batches without overcrowding the pan, and we're going to sear them for about 30 seconds on each side. Once they're seared on one side, we're going to flip them and sear them on the other side, making sure to remove them from the pan before they are fully cooked. One thing to remember is that shrimps cook very quickly, so keep an eye on them so that they do not overcook. Now that our first batch is ready, we're going to remove them and place them into a bowl while we get the second batch going. Now let's get our second batch going, and we're going to repeat the process till we sear all the shrimp. Okay, let me share with you a tip here. Searing the shrimp on a high heat is going to help to lock in the flavors and avoid the shrimp from releasing any water. When we ate these shrimps at Lisbon, they were really huge and the restaurant had left them with the head and shell on. But I decided to clean them up a little bit so that it's easier to enjoy. And now that our second batch is done, let's remove them from the pan and add them to the party. Here's where the magic happens. We're going to lower the heat, and in the same pan we're going to add 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, and by lifting the pan and lowering the pan on the heat, we're going to allow the butter to melt without burning. And once the butter has melted, we're going to add a whole head of garlic which is finely chopped, and we're going to saute it for about a minute or 2 till the garlic flavors the butter. Oh my God, it's a pool party. The shrimps are hopping back into the butter. And for a bit of tang, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and give this all a good mix. And after about 30 seconds, it's time to switch off the stove, and for a touch of freshness, sprinkle on some finely chopped parsley. We're going to give it a final mix, and it's time to enjoy. Now that the shrimps are ready, let's transfer them into a bowl and plate them. These are so tempting. I can't wait to give them a taste. Oh my goodness, look at that. You can almost taste it through the screen. And now it's time to give these delicious shrimps a taste. The aroma in my kitchen is taking me right back to Portugal. I'm gonna go in for this one. I'm going straight from the dish. These shrimps are packed with flavor of the butter, the garlic and the lemon. And they're so quick and easy to make and a great way to impress with ease. Thanks for watching. See you soon.